It's funny, I had myself all set up. I was like, wow, so it only takes until the time by the time I'm done with this project to get used to this setup, and now I'm going to be going back to the other setup on the PS3. I was all set and ready to go, and then I realized with about 15 seconds to spare, oh, I'm locked into this position that I've established for myself where I can't really move too much, and I still have my jacket on, which I don't want because I'll start sweating like crazy after only about 45 minutes of this. So I had to take it off, and that's why we're starting at 6:57 instead of 6:56 like I usually want to. But what can you do, right? No big deal. But here we are again for the last time with this particular game, because we will 100% it when we finish it today. So, and then we're going to play something else. I think my plan of action is I'm actually going to wait to finish the whole trilogy until... Now, this is just tentative at this point. I don't know this for sure. It's going to depend on how long the development takes for Jak 3 on Open Goal. But they got Jak 2 out the door pretty quickly from my understanding. So, I mean, it's still in beta at the moment, but probably be 1.0 version of it will release by the end of this year at the rate they were going. But my plan of action is basically to wait to do Jak 3 until it releases on Open Goal. It wasn't my original intention. My original intention was just to do this whole series on the PS3 to get it over with, but I'd rather represent it in its best form if I can. So, because you never know, I might actually enjoy the games a little bit more because I'm presenting them in their best form. I know for a fact that if we played Jak 2 on the PS3, I wouldn't have enjoyed it because I would have had a lot of complaints to make, not just about the game itself, but also about the re-release itself, the way that it's presented in the collection, because there's a host of problems with the way that that collection emulates things. It creates a few bugs that were not in the original game, including people's faces no longer having textures, so that's fun. But yeah, if we do it on Open Goal when it's in a stable form, I might be able to actually, like, you know, play it relatively better than it would have been on the collection. So, and then Jak 3, we'll just see how that goes from there. I feel like that one might be tougher because there's more of a likelihood for there to be problems with particle effects in Jak 3 because of the desert in Jak 3. There's a desert that you go to it's not open world necessarily, but you have to drive through it in order to get to certain missions. So I feel like that might present some logistical problems for when they put that in Open Goal, but I don't know for sure because I'm not a programmer, but I always know that particle effects are the bane of emulation. So I'm aware of that from emulating other games myself. I've seen some really funky things happen with particle effects that don't agree with the emulator, so hopefully they don't run into too many problems. Well, that's not for us to worry about. This is for us to worry about. So let me take a drink, and then we will work on Lava Tube. Wow, so we got 47 power cells in both streams. Did I do my math right there? Yeah, I did. We were rocketing. That's for sure. I mean, granted, we're probably still going to get about 8 hours out of this playthrough anyway, but still, I think we made really good time. And that's good because it's about time to end this, isn't it? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the finale of Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, the Stream Edition. Let's go see what Kira's up to down here. Because last time we made it through Rock Village, all of the stages left there, Precursor City, Boggy Swamp, and then we made it off to the Volcanic Crater, where the geographical design of each area started to slow down a little bit. Again, I think they were pressed for time and couldn't quite make each town feel like a town by this point, but excuse me. Either way, we got to go through the lava tubes to Golmaya Citadel to rescue the other sages.
All right. With these additional cells, I should be able to supply the heat shield with enough power to stand up to this lava.
Good.
But the shield still has a limit.
Well, yeah.
It will now withstand temperatures up to 800 degrees, but no more. So keep an eye on your gauge.
Is that really going to help us in
What
here?
those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield gives out.
Or to us?
Yeah, the heat.
What? The zoomer? Hey, what about us?
Remember, she's the technical person, so she's more worried about the zoomer.
Look, I've released more cooling balloons into the tube, so you can use them to keep the temperature down. And don't forget to activate the teleport gate in the Yellow Sage's lab. We're counting on you.
All right, off we go. Good evening. Since this is the finale, theory crafting what the next project is. You have no leads. Oh no. Well, welcome back anyway, Marie. I can't really give away too much more than the fact that there will be a reckoning without giving away what the reckoning is. I already missed 2 precursor orbs. I'm gonna go back for them. Lava tube is long. It's actually got a checkpoint in the middle of it, so I'm not really too concerned about us not doing everything in one pass, especially since I seem to keep missing things, but that's okay. So we're going to be hearing that a lot. Sorry. I know it's annoying. Okay. Well, we got a whole bunch of orbs before we crashed and burned there, so that's good. Alright, now we can take it a little faster because we got everything in this section, so. And if you can, try to stay on those sections of cooled rock, because the sections of cooled rock actually cause your zoomer to heat up a little bit less. It's not always possible, but I would say try to, if possible, like this. Because see how much cooler that's keeping me getting into this section? Alright, okay. There we go. Well, that was not how I wanted it to go. Goodbye, Cruel World. Man, someone bass boosted the explosions in the background there. Good lord. Did you hear that thing? Blowing up behind me like... It's funny. Alright, anyway. Oh yeah, and if you can get some air off of the little pillars, because they've got those little, not nubs, but like... those little ledges to them, that's also a good idea, because that'll cause you to take less heat as well. Alright, I'll try to, like, tap the button so that we, grab all that stuff. I didn't realize there was a ledge there until it was almost too late. Did I miss anything? No, just a scout fly. Okay, cool. Off we go. I didn't see anything else over there either, so I'm just gonna assume we're okay. Oop, nope, I just saw some orbs. So we'll go back for them before we do this yellow eco whatever it is. Goodbye! Did I get the checkpoint though? Because I think the checkpoint's right around here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, just as planned.
Shoot the power spheres to open the door.
I see that, Dax. Okay. They don't blow me up, so that's good. Just hip fire.
Let's get going.
Alright, which door are we looking for here? Let me see if I can find it. Okay. That's the one we just came out of, I think. Because that's where the checkpoint is. So which door am I going out of here? Am I confused? I am confused. No. So maybe that's not the one we just came out of. Maybe this is the one we just need to go out into. Yeah, okay. I was confused. I apologize. I didn't even know there was a scout fly there, but I said, you know, that platform's off by itself. I think it's probably for the best that I, you know, do something with that. I hope there weren't any other scout flies on any of those other isolated platforms, because that would be a pain in the nuts to go find. But we'll see in a minute. Okay. Dark eco bats. We definitely don't want anything to do with those. Okay. I'll take that though, thank you. We also don't want anything to do with mines. Maybe if I would have actually looked where I was going, we would have been better off there. But there's another checkpoint! Yay! Oh, okay. I guess I could bump into it without actually destroying it. Nice. Oh, okay, there was another scoutfly right there. That's cool. So I'm kind of glad we perished. Don't hear that very often in games. Oh, okay, scoutfly number 6. And I'm out of eco. That's okay. Should be scoutfly number 7 around here in a sec, I think. My memory serves. Or we could just get more of that. Wait, hold on. Ow. I wanted the cooling balloon more than anything, but we didn't get it. So we'll just make do without it. Well, we made it to the end at the very least, so there's a scoutfly in there somewhere. Hey, Sephico, how you doing? Welcome back. Is it Thursday already? No reckoning just yet, but we'll get there in a little bit. How much did I miss? I missed 4 orbs. That's a little weird, and 1 scoutfly. We're probably gonna have to go back to the beginning of it, honestly, because I don't really see us getting those by going backwards. Oh well.
Hey, where's old Short, Green, and Wrinkly?
This is terrible. Father is missing. I think
What do you
Paul
mean?
and Maya may have kidnapped him as well.
Oh,
Relax, sweetheart. I got everything under control.
I
Control? Lurker
don't know about
armies
that.
continue to grow across the land. The sages have been kidnapped. Gaul and Maya have gathered enough eco to complete their terrible plan. And to stop them, you're going to have to fight your way through their citadel.
okay.
Yeah. That about sums it up.
I'm aware of the
We've got to
situation,
rescue my
Kira.
father before it's too late. And Jack, be careful.
Yeah, we will be.
I mean, I guess we can be glad it wasn't just Daxter talking there, because then she'd have been like, and Daxter, don't come back unless you find him. There you go. I don't think anyone expected you to get all this in one go. Yeah, probably not. For some reason, your brain read your update is Jak and Daxter finale on Thursday. Change the sleep schedule, so the brain is silly. Daxter, just don't come back. Oh man. Yeah. So we're doing the finale now. My original schedule for this week was Monday, Thursday, Saturday, actually, so that might be what was throwing you off. And I changed it up multiple times because I didn't really think about the fact that, yeah, you know, when I get that COVID booster, I'm not going to feel like doing anything. I kind of didn't want to do this schedule, though, because I figured, oh, well, you know, I'm going to probably be front-loading next week anyway, because I don't think I can make this. I'm just going to ride this one all the way to the other end. I was figuring, oh yeah, I'm probably going to front load the schedule next week as well because of Thanksgiving, but actually I don't think I'll have to because I get Wednesday off from school, so I can probably do like a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday kind of a thingy and still be fine. So, yeah. Well, the gang's all here, so there's no issue. Yes, that is correct. We are all ahead full. We're all working our way. That doesn't actually help me by going faster. I believe the speedrunning trick is long jump into punch, and that's the fastest you can go. All right, we're looking for 4 orbs, and we're looking for 1 scoutfly. So if anybody sees anything or hears anything, we don't have to take the fancy shortcut. There is a fancy shortcut that saves you a whole lot of time, but we don't have to take it, so just scour this place tooth and nail till we find what we're looking for. I'm okay with it taking a little longer. Ah, found the orbs already, so that's a good sign. Now just the scoutfly, and we'll go from there. We'll just take it nice and slow. We'll watch where we step. I didn't go around this way. Probably for good reason. Goodbye. Anyway, so we have all that done. We know we're not looking for any more orbs, so now I just need to look for scoutflies. A scoutfly, a singular scoutfly. I'm pretty sure I remember where everything is in Golmaya's Citadel. Oh, I thought I saw a scoutfly box right here. I was wrong. But we'll keep looking for these balloons because they seem to be doing us some good, so. Alright, there wasn't one here, was there? No, okay. Really should do like a pivot turn there. Oh well, it's fine. I will make it worth your while by not exploding. Not yet, anyway. Not till we hit the checkpoint right here. Okay, okay, Zoomer, you can slow down now. It's fine. I got you covered. There. Sorry, I was trying to do a pivot turn there. I don't remember how to do the pivot turn though, so that usually isn't going to work out too well. Alright, now listen. If it's inside this section here, we're gonna have a hard time fighting this thing. But I'll do the best I can. Surprised you aren't boiling being this close to molten lava. Yeah, me too, honestly. As we all know, lava is only hot on contact. Yeah, that's actually usually how it goes in RPGs and stuff, so I guess we can't expect it to be too much different here. I'm gonna try to go like right here. Okay, well. Maybe if I would have not let go of the X button, I would have maintained it, but that's fine. I think getting the yellow eco might be a mistake though, because then I can't hear the Scoutfly box as much. Because the eco is making that sound in the background. So, but if we try to stay on the upper path, maybe that will lead us to something we didn't see before. I think we were up there previously. But you can stay up here relatively safely. Relatively speaking, anyway. Now the question, do I want to go... Yeah, I guess I kind of do. I didn't see or hear anything that sounded like a Scoutfly box, so I'm gonna guess that it's probably in this section and I just missed it. So I was too busy trying to get through here all fancy. Well, there was one like right here, so we know it's not here. They're usually not right on top of each other. So, did we go this way last time? I feel like we did. Well, here we go again. All right, the yellow eco's gone. Now, just gonna keep an eye out. I do like the sound effect design, though, in this game. Again, it's one of those oh, there it is. Got it. Just missed it because it was in front of the, or behind the eco vent, so I didn't see it. But I do like the sound design in this game because usually if you're looking for something, you can usually hear it. So, like, if you're missing a Scoutfly box or something like that, you can hear them buzzing. You can hear the power cells. You can hear eco if you need it. So, like... And you can hear enemies in the area as well, because usually they'll make a distinctive sound. So, I don't know, it's nice to be able to keep an eye on that stuff, you know what I mean? So, it makes it a little bit easier to find things when you're not sure where they are. Like I said, for 2001, this game does a lot of stuff right. It's going to sound weird, but I wish there was more of it, and they chopped out the sections that are like the spider caves where they're just slogs, you know? So, okay, so we only have 200 of those left, we only have 7 of those left, and we only have 5 cells left. All of the cells are here in Gall and Maya's Citadel.
It's about time you two decided to show up.
Oh, hi, Samos.
To you, too. Do they have you mopping the floors now?
From up there?
No time for jokes, Daxter. Gall and Maya kidnapped us to sap our energies to power their abominable machine.
Oh, fun.
It appears they have combined the functional remains of a precursor robot with scavenged artifacts from across the land. Then they added a few diabolical additions of their own.
Like spiky plate armor?
Capable of opening the dark eco silos.
Great.
You can free the 4 of us. We can use our combined powers to break the force shield surrounding the robot before they use it to destroy the world.
Well, no pressure or nothing. Alright, so Gall and Maya's Citadel, it kind of combines any potential technicality and platforming and fighting that you've done over the course of the game into one stage. And for that, it does feel like a good culmination. again, I wish that they did a little bit more with the platforming to make the technicality feel more justified, because I mean, you really don't have to do much outside of double jumping in a lot of cases. There are very few situations in this game where you have to do a roll jump or anything like that to actually get to where you need to go. And I really wish that they kind of forced you to interact with the platforming a little bit more, because I think it would make the game stronger if you did have to interact with the platforming a little bit more. I mean, I know they're making it for kids, so they don't want to make it too hard, but like, give us adults something cool to do as well, you know? Can't believe I made that. Okay. I'll just wait till that platform shows up. There we go. Alright, I believe this platform is a checkpoint. The way that these work, by the way, I kind of just glossed over it a second ago, is whenever you step on one of these colored platforms, all of the colored platforms that are that color will also disappear, which means you can end up in situations like this where you just fall to your death. But again, that's a checkpoint right here, so it lets you redo the puzzle very easily. Where's that one? There it is. But yeah, see what I mean? You really don't have to engage. You can kind of just double jump and spin, and that's it. So. I think there's more up there. I'm just gonna let it fly.
We got company, Jack. Lots of lurkers.
Great. Well, it'll give us something to do, I guess, here. I could use the yellow eco, but I'll just tell you, it's probably better to just spin your way to victory here. Well, you know, with the exception of that right there. Now we just need to beat them all. Easier said than done, because they're probably going to walk into me in the middle of my animation here. Especially when I've only got the one health left.
The door's open. Let's get going.
All right, got him. Yeah, spin to win. That's the idea. We got all the orbs here, right? Yeah, we did. Okay, good. But yeah, little micro challenges basically that you have to deal with over the course of. Well, I say micro challenges, but like, it's not exactly micro. There's more to each challenge than you might think. Because there's platforming, there's enemies, there's a roll jump you kind of, well, you don't have to do that roll jump, but I like to do it, so. And that's 1 cell down out of 5, so cool. Which sage are we freeing? Looks like red sage, yeah.
You finally come to rescue. Do you know how long I've been in here? So long. What are your names?
I'm Daxter. He's Jack. He's with me.
Damn it, Daxter. He almost talked.
You're a real hero. You've got to stop Gaul from launching the robot. I'll use my eco power to help open the shield door.
Sounds good, Robotnik. Okay, so anyway. He's not maniacal enough to be Robotnik, but you know. Alright, so there's 3 other sages to go get. We will maneuver our way. Let's see. And that's that. Do we go this way next and then go up and around? Or do we go this way? I might want to go try and connect the dots here, honestly, like so we can see where the beginning of the stage is relative to these guys. Because there might be a scout fly there, you know what I mean? So it might be worth it to... Oh, look at that! Hey, look! There's the scout fly I was talking about, way back at the beginning of the stage that I definitely would have been looking for 15 minutes without knowing where the hell it is. Oh well. I found it, so that's all that really matters. But that's number 3, only 4 more, and we've got all of them in the entire game. I'm trying to think if I want to just do the whole right side first. I think I'm going to go do the whole right side first, actually. just to get it out of the way, and then we'll come back to the left after. Or maybe I should just go back over to where, you know, I'm gonna go back over actually to where Red Sage plopped me down, because I think what they intend for you to do is kind of do them all in order, and they'll plop you down like in a place where you can go back to the, like you can get to the next one very quickly. So I think I'm just gonna go do this one over here by where Red Sages plopped me out. Like, right, is this it? I don't think so. We haven't gone that way yet though. So that's where Red Sage dropped me, is right over there. And this is the new section right here. Okay. Got that frame one hit there. That's nice. Wait, this looks familiar. Am I going back up the same way I just came from? I think so. Yeah, I'm going back up the same way I just came from, I think. Because that's the beginning there. Yeah, okay, I see where I am now. Alright. So instead of going that way, let's go back and we'll go to the right, because that'll take us to a different one. See what I'm missing here. Oh yes, FGO, 100% Igdor Union, meaning you actually filled out the 265 item library. Well, congrats, it's still totally blind to the game. It's a pain trying to get all items. Yeah, Marie's horror stories about getting all items are very legendary. Interesting, that's for sure. Plenty of item trades that are more than 10 maps apart, and there are a lot of items that are linked to other items being obtained, like that fucking flower bouquet. It's tied to dying, being dead, a butterfly, a piece of candy, and you have to get something else to get a cage so you can put the butterfly in a cage, and then that is then traded 7 maps later for another item, meaning you fail to get all of those if you don't get the flower bouquet. Oh, a piece of candy. That is a hell of a lot of prerequisites, I will say that much. I can definitely see that being a pain. Wouldn't want to do it myself. I'm glad you did it. It's a hell of an accomplishment, but I don't think I'd want to do it myself. Okay, well, not only did I not accomplish my goal, I also did not... I also died in the process, so I can't even say that I stayed across the thing. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if the platform was coming back. Welp. Look, dummy save files are your best friend in Igor Union. Yeah, it kind of gives you a little bit of, like, leeway to work with, basically, if you can kind of say, okay, so this is what you can and can't do here. You can... My impression of a dummy save, then, is something where you can kind of test and see if you've got everything properly. I don't know if that's what you mean by dummy save. I did that wrong again, but never punished. But that's the impression I get. Oh, I think I remember this room. Yeah, this is the burn room. You'll see what I mean by that in just a second. Right over there. Because we have a rotating platform, but we also have, well, I can't turn to it right now, but you'll see in a second, an incinerator. I don't know what it's doing, continuously incinerating this platform, but sure, why not? Oh, okay, I'll just wait. I'll wait for you to come on back. Okay, there we go. Probably should have roll jumped, speaking of which. There we go. I don't know what I'm whacking there, but sure, why not? I'll take that. I don't know if I'm gonna make that. Nope. Probably I gotta wait for them to stop moving and then I can do... You know what? Hang on. Did I miss... Okay. We want to make sure I didn't miss a scout fly back at the entrance, because that would have been embarrassing. With this part, you can kind of just do one of these, though, and then wait. And then remember, if you hold away from the platform in X, you'll just flip right off of it, so... Makes it a little easier. Oof, that was a little risky. I almost just did it again. I almost just double jumped instead of roll jumping. That would have been very, very stupid. Sometimes you gotta take risks in this business. Alright, let's see here. So we'll wait for it to slow down. You get a little bit of extra horizontal distance on your blue eco jumps as well. And you've also got plenty of time to activate that, so just take advantage of that because it'll make it a lot easier to get to the platforms you want to get to. I got you, Blue Sage. Red versus blue. I never even watched that. I don't know why I'm referencing it.
Good work, fellows. Old Samos was right about you. Great piles of precursor metal. That insidious mechanical creation must not be allowed to wreak its terrible havoc.
No.
I will try to actuate the shield door by eliciting a conduit of energy between myself and the vast portal below. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Sir, we are villagers.
Just go find more help.
We've never received a formal education. Alright, Daxter, don't judge. Anyway, how are we doing on orbs here? 92. Okay. We got blue sage out, we got red sage out, we got to get yellow sage. And if you get green sage out before you get any of the other 3 sages out, I think if you get Samos out, you're at the top of the level. So you're probably going to want to go back down because, well, you can't even beat the level without all 4 of them being there. But also, if you missed anything and you take care of Samos first, then, well, you're going to want to fix that. Okay, that's concerning. Well, maybe it's not concerning, maybe it's just the, when I rest my finger on my control stick on this Xbox controller, sometimes it drifts to the right a little bit. It's okay, it's not a huge deal, but it could be mildly concerning, I guess. Alright, let's get across here, and then choose to jump over here. I think I'm gonna wait, actually. Wait for it to come back around, probably like right around here. That's probably why they stick this little metal thing here to tell you, hey, so if you wait until you're even with the thing like this, you'll be right where you're supposed to be. I'll wait and then I'll roll jump, I think. Just to guarantee it. Yes, also there's no wrong item acquisition unless you get repeats. There are that many items, so just keep trying to get as many as you can, and there you go. Okay, fair enough. Alright, I was gonna say, that seems a little free, but sure, why not? Damn, look at all those precursor orbs! Look at how many of these things I get to keep after this.
Land on the next launcher!
Okay, can do.
Don't miss the next launcher!
I hear you, Daxter. You don't gotta scream in my ear, buddy. Oh my god, they're moving now. Did I get them all? Not these two. Wait. Okay, go! I'm gonna need to get that blue eco in a second, because I've got enough, I think, but might as well grab a little more. And off we go. I'm just gonna line it up like right here and hope for the best. Alright, there we go. Nice and easy. But yeah, they start giving you a little blue eco near the end because they're like, well, you know, you're probably not gonna have any left after a little while, and then you're kind of soft-locked, aren't you? Like this. Where the hell am I supposed to go without this blue eco? Alright. And then last one, right over here. Probably if you do it really quickly, you can get to that thing pretty easily here. I gotta go quick though because we got a little thing I gotta activate here. Ah. Alright, is there any behind here? Yes, there is, right here. So now here's what I'm thinking, right? Aha! So now you don't have to worry about it if you didn't bring it all the way to the end. You can just grab that blue eco and run. Very nice. 80 more to go. And 2 more cells. Well, that takes care of Yellow Sage.
Who would have thought I'd live to see the day when I needed to be rescued by a boy and his muskrat? I'm gonna give Gall and Maya a little payback for this embarrassment.
I borrowed this pyrocitor off of another muskrat and his robot. Whoops.
Let's go climb up those platforms.
Yeah, those platforms will actually lead us to where Samos is being kept hostage. So we'll go climb there, and then we'll be in good shape. But we've done everything down here now. That's the gist of what we're getting at there. These power cells are in strange places, aren't they important? Yeah, they're important, but they're also, well, power cells. So they're used energy-wise in order to keep the sages contained. They're using the precursor energy from the power cell to keep the shield generator up so that they can't use their powers to just break out. So that's why they are where they are in this particular stage. In other stages, they're in some strange places, yes. Here, though, there's a reason why it is where it is. But the ones that were in places like the Centipede one. Yeah, the Centipede one in Spider Caves is a mystery to me. I guess the Centipede's really like precursor energy? That seems like a stretch even for them, honestly. Ah, okay, there's no door over here. So where am I supposed to go? Well, there's some platforms coming around. That's where we're supposed to go. I feel like I missed something, though, down there. Because we're still missing 80 orbs. And I don't think that there's that many up here. But we'll figure it out when we get up here. I know there's at least one Scoutfly up here. But I don't know if there's 80 orbs. That seems like a lot. So we'll go back down if we have to. No big deal. Because you're supposed to have 530 at the end, basically. Might as well get Samos out, though, while we're thinking about it.
Good work, boys. You're real heroes now.
Well, it's about time you
Combine
recognize
my
that.
green eco power with the other three sages, and together we'll open the shield door surrounding the precursor robot.
So how do
Yeah,
we
that sounds like a good start.
destroy
But
that
after
thing?
you guys open that shield, what are you gonna do about the robot?
Nothing, Daxter. We have to keep the shield open. It's up to you two to figure out how to destroy the robot.
Oh,
Oh, great. I get to help the guy that turned me into a furball destroy the only person who can turn me back.
listen, I didn't know that thing was going to explode.
First, save the world. Then we'll try to convince Gall to help Daxter.
I hope it's that easy.
You're too late, Samus.
Uh-oh.
Once I possess limitless Dark Eco, I will have the key to creation itself.
How do you know that for sure?
Really think that much Dark Eco will destroy everything we know? Just look what it's done to you.
It has given us a beauty beyond anything you could understand.
Have you two looked in the mirror lately?
Just wait until we open the silence, little one.
Then we'll turn in everyone into you.
And to think, you two traveled all this way flying. Fools! Enjoy your front row seats to the recreation of the world!
I would have thought you'd have been at least a little grateful that we took the time to come and see you for your wisdom. Evidently not.
Take the elevator up and stop that robot.
Yes, sir, but before I do that, I need to go get one more Scoutfly. I won't be able to get the secret ending without it. Looked in the mirror, that woman's just a dark elf with some face paint. Yeah, they definitely gave her some features, I guess. They do that a lot in Jak and Daxter. Oh, okay, it's 470 you end up with. Oh, you know, actually that makes sense. I'm thinking 530 because you have to pay 1530. So we just missed the one Scoutfly, and I don't remember where it is, but I don't think it's too far away. We'll go find it. It's fine. I'm not really worried about it. I'm gonna spend another hour looking for it. Unless I see it like right away from this vantage point, which is possible from where we're standing. I might want to use my vantage point to my advantage, you know. While I'm up here, might as well. What would be nice, though, is if any of the walkthroughs online that show where the scoutflies are, like if they actually had anything resembling like a visual cue, like just take a screenshot of, oh, I think I see it over there, actually. I think that's it right there. And we definitely didn't just go to that section. Yeah, just like a picture of where the scoutflies are. Just a visual cue to say, hey, so go look in this spot so I can see exactly where it would be. Because that would make this a lot easier to find. Ow. But we found it, so I guess it doesn't matter. Nice and quick. And that's all the power cells. We got all the orbs, we got all the scoutflies, we got all the power cells. Now we just gotta climb back up so we can go destroy the precursor robot and save the world. Hey Tandem, how you doing? Welcome back. Good evening. You're just in time to watch us save the world. Because, oh, you know, that's why. Because it was off on the side of one of the sages here. That's why I didn't go get it. Because I was like, we don't gotta go there. Oh, how wrong I was. Alright, now, where were those platforms again? Over here. Okay, cool. Yes, we are on the very cusp of saving the world, and the Scoutfly was on the very cusp of that section of the level. So I suppose it's fitting. But, yeah, so I think if we go on the menu now, I don't think it'll show 100% yet, because we haven't beaten the final boss, but I think it'll show... Well, I guess I can look, right? Nope, it shows 100% right there. So this is what your save file screen should look like if you have 100% completion. You'll have 470 precursor orbs left to spend on whatever you want. Usually nothing at all. 101 power cells, we'll be getting rid of those very shortly. And there's your 112 scout flies and options we don't need because the game autosaves, so I don't need to worry about saving at the end here. So we knocked this part out pretty quick, actually. The final boss fight might be a little challenging, but I don't anticipate it taking 2 hours. Unless something really bad happens, and I'm gonna knock on wood because my desk is made of wood, so I can actually do that now because it's right in front of me. I mean, listen, this ain't Jak 2, okay? Like, Jak 2, if this was the final boss of Jak 2, I'd be a little concerned, but... Should be a short stream, I'll do it first try. I'm glad you have confidence in me. I'll try not to fall into a pit of dark eco as a result of that confidence, because why would I want to spoil such confidence in me? Alright, now to do the standard thing that you're supposed to do in Jak and Daxter every time you ride an elevator, which is run in a circle. Yeah, or fall in the air, because we're going really high up, so that could just as well be a bottomless pit. How are we doing on life? Okay, well, they're gonna give us some life right here. Oh, wow, they gave us three full green ecos? Wow, 4. Did I miscount those? Whatever, it doesn't matter. There's the final boss. Let's go check it out. Well, I already see some yellow eco, so that might be worth it to think about. Let's collect all of it up, not get hit by the beam while we're at it. And then just sort of send it, you know. There we go. It's us again! Ooh, okay, maybe I should probably do something about this.
Eco won't protect you now.
Oop. So you want to get out of here before that thing explodes. Because, yeah, no, I don't think I would survive that, unfortunately. Well, that would be too easy. What's that supposed to do? Oh wow, he was correct. That creates life itself. They just created lurkers from the goop. Well, they're even angrier lurkers than usual too, because spike lurkers. Hang on, I need to go get some of this. They can jump across, by the way, so just keep that in mind. Oh, okay. Camera turning is definitely making things a little difficult for me. I'll wait. Wait until you see all the little pylons come off of that thing before you jump, because that's basically like, hey, I'm about to explode. So thanks for the visual cue there, little guy. That makes it a lot easier. But yeah, they literally created spike lurkers from the inside of that thing, so that's cool. Okay. Oh, okay, there's another one. I'd love to shoot this thing properly, but I'm aimed in the wrong direction. Okay, hold on, I'll do it next attempt. Here. Okay. I will not do it next attempt. Good night, Jack. All that confidence, and what did it get me? It's okay, we'll do it this time. It seems to be having trouble, though, targeting them, because usually I don't have to jump to do this. But whatever, it's fine. Now it just crossed my mind. So does Daxter have to do a pseudo-death to... You know who was your companion in a game that pulled a pseudo-death? That dude in Lollipop Chainsaw. That was a fucking game. God, Lollipop Chainsaw. I haven't heard anything about that in such a long time. It gave me comedic gold. I guess that's fair. If it's worth its weight in gold, I'll take it, you know. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, and goodbye. Yeah, usually what it is 1, 2, 3 pylons, then the spikes, and then explosion, so... Just keep that in mind. Is it worth it to camp the yellow eco here? Just like we did in Boggy Swamp? Probably if I secure the landing zone of the yellow eco, it might be worth it to... Yeah, because yeah, it's not going to respawn just yet, so... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Gentlemen, I can't really help you at the moment. I don't have the eco for it. Alright, now let's see if I can get across here before I explode. 1, 2, 3, goodbye. And obviously don't fall into the dark eco when you come down. That probably wouldn't work out either. Alright, start over here. And not get shot while we're at it. Okay, Jack, I need you to aim in the direction of the gun, or else we're gonna be here forever. There we go. Well, we're on 1 HP, but... I'm gonna do a blind. Hey, it worked out. Well, now what, though? Are they gonna spawn more enemies, or... Like, I mean, I can keep doing this, but eventually that thing's gonna open up, and we don't want that. Are you sure, Darth Vader? Okay, that was a little close. Let's grab a little more. Oh, that was... Okay, so... I was gonna say, what's gonna happen here? Because we killed them as we died, but, well... That answers that question. It turns out them self-destructing does not cause them to lose, unlike in Pokemon. Alright, well anyway. And Daxter's like, you got knocked the F out. Nice work, Jack. We still haven't gotten the other one that he can say there. There's several lines he can say there, but we haven't gotten the one where he's like, you know, while you're down there, can you rub my feet? No, Daxter. What do I look like? A masseuse? Okay, no more dark eco. Or rather, no more yellow eco. I was gonna say, I'm gonna wait over here for you guys to decide to jump over. Okay. Just had to send it. Didn't have to think about that one. Almost went a little early there. That's okay. It's okay, this is the run. Third time's the charm, right? Why would I say anything at all? Now I'm gonna ruin it. Alright, so wait for the fire over here, because it usually doesn't show up over here. Or I could just, you know... I'm really trying to get this yellow eco that's right here, but... Phew. That was a little close. How we doing? Okay. Still got 3 health bars. Should be able to make it work. 1, 2, 3. Again, once you see that last pylon come out, that's usually when you want to jump, because you don't want to get blown up. Not that it will... I mean, I guess you could jump really early and probably be fine, though, because, like, it blows up about then, but... I mean, you don't gotta be precise about it, I guess. It's not, like, that precise. I guess you could just do that, too. This is working pretty well, actually. There we go. But now what? No blue eco spawned. How am I supposed to get away from the pylon now? Oh. Thank you, Four Sages. They made more goop. They do exist.
Light eco! That could be the stuff to chain me back!
Huh.
Or might stop that robot.
Why not both?
Stay fuzzy, save the world. Choices. Okay, fine. We'll save the world. But do it quickly before I change my mind!
Fair enough. Let's do this, partner. No one says you should. Take it. Light eco? Light eco? There you are. I have the power!
Do something!
How about you do this? Oh, that's gonna hurt. I don't think he's gonna be the Sage of Dark Eco anymore. I think he's gonna be the Sage of Death. Nice victory dance, you two. They're such a goobers, man. It's like, no, they're definitely from the village. They definitely don't know anything about being cool.
You do have what it takes to be heroes.
But Daxter, now we can't change you back.
Don't worry about me, baby. You know what they say. Big things come in small packages.
Daxter, please.
Jack, you have an incredible talent for channeling eco.
Thanks, I noticed it
You
too.
may have been right about this one after all.
And Kira, without your help and ingenuity,
They're not gonna be in Jak 2. Nope, we'll never see them again.
Perhaps we've found another sage now that Gaul and Maya are lost.
Well, we might have a light eco sage and a technology sage.
The Dark Eco probably destroyed them.
What do you mean, probably?
Ah, who cares? Bring 'em on. We can take 'em again. Right, Jack? I said, right, Jack?
Daxter, Jak is busy.
Wow.
Seriously?
On ice, big guy.
Do it when we get home, Jak. Then you guys can go to the bedroom. And that's the game, everybody. Nice little short one. Like I said, this one usually doesn't take me too long. I usually clock in at about, 8 hours or so with it. It doesn't end up being as long as Ratchet and Clank, and honestly, I feel like it could benefit from a little bit more because, like, excuse me, they don't really expect you to do a ton with the technicality of the jumping, like I've been saying this whole time. There are other challenges that I could think they could do with the eco. Like, they only use the red eco very sparingly. There was a lot of more yellow eco starting in, like, the second half of the game, and they use that for pretty much what you'd expect they would use it for, any ranged combat you would need. But I feel like they could have done more with what they had here. The problem, of course, like I said, is I think they ran out of time with the amount, like, they just didn't have the time to develop everything they wanted to. And the proof that I want to offer for that is kind of similar to what I said last time, where you look at how they kind of funnel off the last areas of the game. The volcanic crater is just literally a volcano with one house, 2 NPCs, an oracle, and you've got, before that, you've got a village with a bunch of people living in it, and then you've got another village with less people living in it because they've been attacked by lurkers. So the expectation, for me anyway, is that the further north you go, the less safe things will get. There will be a greater lurker presence, the towns won't be safe. And that does happen because, like, by the time you get to the end, there's just no town. The Yellow Sage's lab is a little house at the end of the lava tube, and you just go straight into the Citadel where there's a lot of lurkers. But it doesn't seem like it has that effect for a specific reason. It seems like that effect happens less because the lurkers are taking over and more because they just didn't have the time to develop more stuff. There's only 2 levels in the final section of the game in the volcanic crater, and one of them is the spider caves, and that's just a slog. So, I don't know. I feel like it could benefit from more game, honestly, than what they have here. That being said, I do think that this game, out of the trilogy, now I have played Daxter, the PSP game, and I have not played Jak X, the racing game. But I feel like out of all of the ones that I've played, 4 out of the 5 games that are in this series, and I think there's also another one, The Lost Frontier, I want to say, but that wasn't made by Naughty Dog, that was made by somebody else. So I don't know how cohesive that is with the rest of the series, but out of all the ones I've played, this one feels like it has the most cohesive identity out of all of them. It doesn't benefit from the fact that near the end it sort of has a problem where it doesn't have enough content to justify that identity, but it feels like you're playing a Saturday morning cartoon from beginning to end. There's silly, goofy stuff happening. There's not really, I mean, the stakes are high, but not like to the point where it feels overwhelming to a person playing this, because they're marketing this to kids, you know what I mean? So it makes sense that the stakes wouldn't feel so high. And the characters are goofy, they animate well, especially considering this is an early PS2 game. Like, you gotta remember, we're coming off the PS1 where loading screens were 15 seconds, 20 seconds long, depending on the game. If you're Mega Man X6, loading screens were 30 seconds to 45 seconds. And you're coming off of that, and you've got a game like this where there are loading screens. Obviously, those are masked by the fact that this is being played on a PC. But a lot of the loading is done in transition, right? They've got those hallways in between levels that mask the loading screens. So, like, you'll go into a narrow, rocky corridor, and that'll send you into the level. The level will load while you're walking through that narrow corridor. Or, another example, if you're going up to Snowy Mountain, as you go on the gondola ride, that masks the loading screens. There's a lot of cool little tricks with how they do loading in this game. There's a lot of cool little tricks with how they get the characters animated. The lip syncing is absolutely on point considering this is 2001 and lip syncing was just barely in its infancy. Like, you think about it this way, Kingdom Hearts came out a year after this game did, and the lip syncing in that one is only good when they have the characters' faces close up to the camera. Other than that, they've just got them where their mouths just move up and down, right? If the camera's too far away from them. This game, I mean, obviously it's shorter than Kingdom Hearts, so it has that benefit, but this game takes that and it sort of says, no, we're gonna do these things right away. And it's impressive to me because coming off of just the PS1, they didn't really have anything to go towards except, well, cartoons. So it makes sense that the game plays like a Saturday morning cartoon because that's where a lot of the inspiration comes from. So all in all, I think Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy is a pretty solid title, and it definitely benefits from the fact that it is available on a wider platform now. Previously, you could only access it on PS2 or PS3, but the folks that worked on this through Open Goal have done a service to this game by making it more widely available to people, because that means that people can now play it more widely and enjoy it for themselves. Because even though it's 22 years old at this point, God am I old, it still holds up in my eyes as a pretty solid platformer, especially in this version of the game, because in this version of the game, you can change the camera so that the right analog stick actually moves the camera where you want it to. On all previous versions of this game, PS2 and PS3 collection included, you could not properly make the camera move up when you want it to go up, down when you want it to go down, left when you want it to go left, and right when you want it to go right, in all circumstances. Even if you set the camera to do that normally, in first-person mode, the controls would be inverted. And it sounds really weird, but that was something that I believe was kept through the entire trilogy. And that's only one of the weird things that ends up being kept through this entire trilogy. As we go forward, you'll notice that Jak 2 and Jak 3 kind of lose a little bit of the cohesion that this game has. And there's a reason for that, but we've got those games to talk about it, so...
Holy yakko! What could that be?
Wow,
Secret door?
It's an ancient precursor door. It looks like it will only open if we fill all 100 holes with power cells.
We're heroes, remember? We have 100 power cells.
He'd basically say, well, I guess we got more work to do, Jak, if you don't have them, and then you'd have to go back and get them, but we've got 101 power cells, as a matter of fact, so we can fill all the holes and still have one left over to spare. All right, what's behind door number 1? 101.
Wow! What is it?
It's so beautiful.
Is this snow, or is it light eco? Well, they're not going to tell you. That's your secret ending. Stay tuned for Jak 2. There is what's behind the door. You'll find out because there's going to be a sequel. That's what's behind the door. The potential for a sequel. So you go to all the trouble of collecting all those power cells, all those orbs, all those scout flies, and that's your secret ending. Oh. It's like getting punched in the gut. It's a giant golden banana. You know, I'd take that over just a door that baits a sequel, honestly. It looks a lot like the Donkey Kong Country Returns Golden Temple sequence. Yeah, kind of, now that I think about it, yeah. There's probably some similarities there. There's got to be some developers in the Donkey Kong Country Returns games that either played this or like took inspiration from it, maybe worked at Naughty Dog at the time in the Japanese studio. I don't know. But yeah, that's all you get is not a fake out secret ending. There is something behind that door, but we won't find out what it is until we play Jak 2 for the stream. So, excuse me, considering the fact that it's in beta at the moment on Open Goal, I want to give those folks as much time as possible to iron out any possible bugs that are in that game, and I've already actually watched somebody do a playthrough of it on Open Goal, admittedly with a mod enabled, that might, like... There's some bugs that I've seen so far. There's some situations that I've seen that the game isn't quite up to snuff. And that's me being very generous because, frankly, I hate Jak 2. It's one of my least favorite video games of all time. So me wanting to represent it in the most accurate way possible is me attempting desperately to claw as much enjoyment out of it as I can. So I want to give them some time to do that. So probably what we're going to do is, well, we're going to play another game, an RPG, after this one, and that'll take a little while. I'm anticipating that project taking about 18 streams to beat. And that'll actually put us right around the holidays, Christmas specifically, and New Year's. And if you've been around the channel for a really long time, you might know what that means, because I played another PS3 game right around the holidays. God, what, 9 years ago at this point? Good Lord, I keep saying it, but God, am I old. And I'm gonna return to it. But first we're gonna play the RPG that I have planned, and we'll be playing that on Thursday's stream. So there you go. Yeah, no problem, Cefico. I hope everybody enjoyed this short project. It's, like I said, I usually get a good amount of enjoyment out of this one, but it is a shorter game. Jak 2 will be a little bit longer, but that's less because the game is longer. It is longer. It's about 16 to 17 hours long from my impression as compared to this one's 8. But, yeah, usually with Jak 2, because I can only put up with so much of its bullshit at a time, we'll probably only be doing about 2-hour-long streams for Jak 2. Because I just can't put up with it for any much longer than that. So that'll probably be like 8 streams just because I have to delay it for the sake of my sanity. But we'll get there. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, the Stream Edition. It was short but sweet. I thought it was pretty good. I'd probably rate this right up around where Infamous 1 is, honestly, especially in this version of the game. The open goal version is very good. Check it out. Not only is it a solid way to play the game now, it's much more accessible. It's also modular. There are mods for Jak and Daxter, this Precursor Legacy, that you can install to change up how the game plays. There's custom maps. There's custom ways to change the movement around. I've seen Jak and Daxter, the Flut Legacy, where you play the entire game on the back of a Flut. That's awesome. Like, super cool. But yeah, no, it's a fun way to play. I'd recommend this version over any other one of them, honestly, because it's just so much more accessible than the other ones. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this project. We'll be back on Thursday's stream to start the next one. So until then, if I see you here on Thursday or wherever I see you next around the internet, I hope that you will all take care and have a good one. I did remember to change the schedule though, right? Let me just make sure. It's such a right brain activity at this point. Sometimes I forget. Wait for it. Yes, I did change the schedule for Thursday. Okay, so I'll see you all then.